Yo, what up, guys? Today I'm in a fucked up mood, a little bit, because this whole day I've been thinking about how fucked up the economy itself is, and essentially everything is, and how, even if I finished university in my country and get a nice paying job, I will not own enough money to have a house, to have essentially a home, even like a one, two bedroom apartment maybe. So it's kind of fucked up at this point, because of the politics and economic state of the world. You know the meme that some kid, some teen was like, "Oh, my teenager is talking so bad," and I'm like, "Can we please just talk about the political and economical state of the world?" He might be onto some. He was onto something, matter of fact, because seeing how things turned out, that jobs are barely paid, people can barely live, and it's in first world countries. He might he might have been right, We should have thought more about the things that he told us to. But it was just too corny, so no one listened. And that begs the question. How many people actually talked about the fact that the things in the world will essentially get fucked up? And how many scientists talk about this, but just no one listened? I think there were lots of them, you know, just talking about, oh, if we don't change anything, it's gonna be fucking bad. Everyone's gonna die essentially. While people were just, nah. It was it's like the environmental claims. I think that some scientists actually cared about the environment back then, and they were speaking that it is getting bad, and no one listened. And look at the world right now. In like a couple of years, everything's gonna be in flames. I think that some species might die or become endangered because of the rising of temperature in the world. And and that also begs the next question. Why don't people, politicians, and everyone else fucking listens to scientists? But because if it was just like me listening to all them scientists talking about, oh, we're gonna get fucked up. Well, what a one person can do? Basically nothing. What a one politician can do? More than nothing, I guess. What one president can do? Lots of things. And I think presidents are the ones responsible for that because they didn't care about uh, what the scientists said, you know. And I was just for half an hour basically thinking and depressing myself over the fact that my life is fucked up. I was, I'm still thinking about how my life will get fucked up in lots of ways because essentially there's no sign of anything getting better in my life. Even if I like find friends that will good to me, find a girlfriend, maybe marry her one day, even finish university, get an alright job, it still won't be enough, you know, because by the time that I do all that, everything is gonna get fucked up even more because there's no improvement showing off right now. And because of the fact that there's no improvement, I don't even think that I want to go through all the universities, colleges, jobs, whatever. And just, yeah, why not straight to coffin? And I know suicide is pretty bad, but hey, nothing in the world is getting better, and I'm just filled with microplastic, probably. You know, it's crazy how even in like food industries, everything is fucked up. The food now contains lots and lots of microplastic, which thankfully some companies are getting rid of, but some, most of them don't, because who cares? And frankly, no one cares. And that's also pretty bad, as you can see. Because if it wasn't so bad, I wouldn't even know about it. Because I'm a stupid teenager that knows nothing. I think it's kind of the fault of the billionaires. And, if you know who Zahran Mamdani is, I probably said his name wrong, but he's a politician in New York City who is trying to make New York affordable again. You know, cutting costs of living, of housing. I think he didn't do anything yet, but the plans are great. At least I love the idea, and I love the idea of the like that billionaires should not exist. Basically, I think I don't think it's a relatively new idea, but I think it's been trending recently a lot in TikTok and every other social media. That we should kill the billionaires and everything. But it only kills the billionaires that it comes to the ones that you like, that are entertainers. Kendrick Lamar, Drake, they even Taylor Swift. Some of them can add their money up to become billionaires, and but if Kendrick Lamar becomes a billionaire, nobody wants to kill him except for Drake fans and people who don't like Kendrick Lamar. But most of the people like Kendrick Lamar, and I don't know. I personally do like Kendrick Lamar, but I'm willing to make him a non-billionaire. I don't even think being a multi-millionaire is kind of fair to the rest of the people. I mean, the world isn't fair, as lots and lots of people say. So, but I think that just putting up with the fact that the world isn't fair is fucked up personally. Because, well, I'm not gonna do anything about the fact that the world is fucked up and in flames. Well, that's kind of stupid position. And I hope I'm doing at least something to prevent the world from being in flames just by, you know, posting this video. Maybe some person, maybe at least one person will watch it and will think about how crazy it is, and I will spread awareness that way. And I think that the large aspect of actually getting rid of some of the problems is to spread awareness. Because if nobody knows about those problems, then how the fuck they can be fixed if nobody knows about them? And why would anyone fix the problems that nobody knows about? So we need again and again, I'll say that we need to spread awareness of the fact that everything is in flames. Even in America, which, like if you told a random person 20 years ago that America will have uh, an economy that is dropping rapidly and that everything is fucked up essentially and it's not one of the best countries in the world, he would just not fucking believe you if he doesn't hate America. He would just say, "Nah, you're lying." But that's what's happening now, and that's fucked up.